Well, hello. I feel like I start my videos the same and I look the same every single time, but I promise I change my clothes and I move around. Um, I promise I still have a mess back here, but that's because I am busy accepting the Double Dog Challenge, and I am being creative, and creativity can get messy, can get warm. I just turned the fan on. I hope that doesn't um, make any, I don't know, conflict with my video. Anyway, hi, I'm Chris. I'm coming to you from my stamping room in Worthington, Minnesota. I threw out a challenge on my Facebook page a couple of weeks ago that people should double dog dare me to make specific cards. I'm on card number 6 out of 9 so far, and I may open it up again. So get your creative juices thinking. Today's challenge goes out to Geraldine Nemenich, a former teacher, co-worker of mine, and friend for many, many years. She's also a pet lover, so this does not surprise me at all what she has challenged me to make. So here we go. Challenge accepted. Geraldine wants a sympathy card for a dog, and she wants it to include a rainbow. So I don't have a sympathy, or I don't have a dog stamp, so I cut this one out of with my Cricut. So we've got the dog. And then I have just a couple things. Well, let me show you. I had this paper that has the rainbow colors on it, but it was bigger than what I really needed. And so you can see it took me a few tries. But what I ended up with using my 2.5-inch circle punch, I ended up with this circle. You can see that I tore this one in half. The only color that's missing is yellow, but I did the best that I could. So I've got my rainbow, I've got my dog, and I have my card base, and I'm going to add some clouds to this. So let me show you how. I have a piece of, this is not Stampin' Up, it's just a heavy cardstock that I like to use when I'm making masks. And so I'm just going to tear this. I'm doing that one, and then I'm going to do this one also. Don't be afraid to tear your paper. All right, so we're going to use, we may use all of these. We'll see. I'm bringing in Balmy Blue and my blending brush. Okay, I don't want this super, super overwhelmingly dark. And now I have to think. I believe I want to start at the bottom. Okay, let me think. Nope, I'll start. I'm going to do a piece of practice. When in doubt, right? I can't remember if I want to start at the top or the bottom. I actually think this is what I need. And then I work up. Yep, okay. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom with the paper this direction. And I'm going to go about in the middle. So, not real dark. Okay, and then I'm going to just turn this. Let's use one of the other ones. Let's see, let's do this one. Turn my arm is in the way here. You're going to see that, oh yeah, I like that. I'm going to get a cloud effect. All right, let's go back to, let's do this over here. And then we'll do this one all the way across. Just a nice light balmy blue. You see that I hardly had to add any ink at all. This one's going to go all the way across. Oh, it's really looking good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's use this one. I may actually save these masks because I'm not really getting them too dirty. I think that they will be fine to reuse again on another project. And that's just being smart, right? Okay, let's add a little more blue along the bottom. And I love it. All right, let's put those away. I'm going to save those for another project. Get rid of the blue. Wipe off the ink. And make sure it's dry. Okay, so now we've got, I'm also going to go ahead and stamp this, and I'm just going to use black. I've got some other black accents on this page. So black, set that aside. Okay, so now what I want to do, I think I'm actually going to also, I don't like the white showing on the edge. And you know what? I probably don't need to worry about that because it's going to be underneath anyway, but that hides a little bit of it. Okay, so now I need my foam adhesive strips. You could use dimensionals too. That would be fine. But I happen to have these right here. So I'm going to take off one whole strip. And I'm going to go all the way around. These are fun because they just tear. I go all the way around. I will obviously need another one. These come 2 sheets in a pack. So you get 40 of these strips. And they're pretty reasonably priced. I don't have the price in the top of my head here, but pretty reasonably priced. They work really well for shaker cards. All right, so now I also want to go around this circle. I'm not making a shaker card, but this is exactly how you would make one if you were. I need one more strip. I won't need this whole strip. I hope I'm doing this right. You know, there's always that fear in the middle of a project that you've not practiced that it worked in my mind and then it doesn't always work outside my mind, right? All right, let's snip this off. And this little corner here. Okay. We're going to assemble this whole thing and get the circle where we want it. So I want this. Oh, what should I have done here? I can put the circle in next, I think. Yes, I can put the circle in next because it's exactly the same size. All right, so I've cut this black piece 1/8 of an inch bigger. All right, we're going to put some glue on here. Green glue gives you a little wiggle room. And then we're going to pop up the dog. Probably dimensionals would have been a little easier to pop up this dog rather than me fussing with these strips, but I wanted to use those ones that were already cut off. All right, so our dog is going to go here. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Love it. All right. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to be addicted to cards where you guys challenge me. I'm having so much fun doing this. All right. Thick white 8.5 by 11 cut in half, scored at 5.5. This card does not need any bling or ribbon. The dog, the stamped sentiment, and the rainbow say it all, right? So there you go. Let me also go ahead and let's do a little bit on the inside. As long as I've got this going, let's put a little sky on the inside. Because why not, right? And let's do one more. And if I fold this back, there you go, a little bit of sky on the inside. And let me quickly grab a Sympathy verse. This is a new set called The Right Words. Let's see. So we have With Sympathy, Forever Loved, Forever Remembered. Yeah, let's do that. Forever Loved, Forever Remembered. And you know what I wish I had done? Oh, I still might be able to. Hang on here. All right. Black. Forever Loved, Forever Remembered. Now, I have the silhouette from where I cut out the dog. Let's make sure that's dry. I'm going to try this on my scrap paper and see if, when I go around that, if I can make that look like, oh, I would need to go this way. see if I can make that look like he's in the clouds. What do you guys think? It needs to be, no, it needs to be the dog shape instead. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it. I think we're going to leave it as is. But if I would have done that before I glued the silhouette of the dog on, I think I could have had him on the inside, kind of like in the shape of the clouds. So you go ahead and try that when you make it. Let me finish this off by signing the back. If I had a dog print or something that I could put on there, that would be kind of fun, but I don't. Let's see if I have anything else right here in my hands. How about this little heart from Crafting with You? It's tiny, and I think that would be cute on the back. So let's pull out my red, real red, and that's cute on the back. And let's see on the envelope. What could we do on the envelope? I need to open up a new pack of envelopes. What could we do on the envelope? Gosh, I still kind of want to do something with this little guy. I'm going to cut another one, and then when I post the pictures, I'll show you how I decorated the envelope. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.